So if you want to understand how to convert more of your prospects into customers, right? Or take a step back, if you want to understand how to convert more of your visitors into prospects and then ultimately prospects into customers, you need to understand what the number one buying emotion is. Okay, what's the number one emotion that that makes people to respond and take action on things. Okay, especially buying. And that number one buying emotion, my friend. Well, let me ask you this: what do you think that is? Any ideas? What do you think the number one buying emotion is? When you apply this in your business, magic will happen. Okay, here it is. Okay, positive expectancy. When I I discovered this by accident, really, and the way I discovered this was I was teaching people, and in my quest to simplify things as I was teaching people early, when I was first getting started and just kind of my first breakthroughs in this, in the business of building a business on the internet, I've discovered something that later on, as I kind of engineered or reverse engineered what was working for me, I found out that the more positive expectancy I created in my marketing, the higher my conversions turned out to be. Okay, simple again. Proof is in the pudding for you as well, right? People who were, we launched this product called Internet Traffic Formula, and you might have seen that. And people, in the pre-launch phase, the reason that this product did so well, okay, the reason this product did so well, and by the way, if you did not see all of the pre-launch videos, you can actually check them out. I suggest you go, find them and watch them. But the reason this product did so well, okay, we did over $3.2 million in a span of about 5 days. Okay, in 5 days, generated $3.2 million in commissions. Okay, in sales, actually. The biggest part, or the biggest thing that made that happen, okay, was positive expectancy. When I was explaining things to people, like for example, when I explain to people, and maybe you saw that as well, it's in the Traffic Mastery. Any module that I explain, any training that I do, okay, any value that I give out to my list, I always wanted to create a sense of positive expectancy, and also to keep things very, very simple. Okay, so when I was explaining a very complex, to a lot of people, seems like it's very complex topic of retargeting. Okay. To where basically you have your traffic, all right, you might have seen this, traffic goes to a landing page, right, where you capture the opt-in, and then you redirect that to your sales page to where people get an offer. That's typically the model, okay, for internet marketers. And so when I was explaining the concept of retargeting, not everybody who ends up on your landing page are going to opt in, right? There is about, industry average is about 20-25% opt-in rate here. Of course, the stuff that we teach, in the Capture Mastery of this course, and the stuff I'm teaching you right now, right, throughout this course, is going to allow you to increase that exponentially. But still, there are, let's take an average opt-in rate of about 20%. That means that there is 80% of people, right, that you pay money for to get to your landing page are just going to leave without opting in. All right. So when I was explaining this concept of, there is a way for you to retarget. Okay, you go and you set up a campaign, and it's a retargeting campaign. All right. And so what we do is, as soon as people land on your landing page here, they are automatically being placed a pixel from a retargeting campaign, so that way they see your ads all over the web, and you're building a cloud, you're building like a following, like another list of prospects that you are now following on the internet and bringing them back to your landing page for those people who did not opt in. Okay, so when I break it down like that to people, people go, you know what? I can see how that can work, right? Maybe you had that same experience. you know, when you first saw me explaining this. Like in the beginning, it looks like it's confusing, but when you explain it and you simplify it, see, it creates something called positive expectancy. So all of a sudden, and then what I do is I take a step further and I log into a retargeting account, right? And I just say, hey, here's how you do it, right? Blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. People get it. And even though they might not do it right away, okay, even though they, you know, they just watch a video, because I explain it in a way that makes sense to people. Keyword here is it got to make sense, okay? When you can, whatever you do in your business, okay, when you bring value to your marketplace, when you bring value to your subscriber, when you fund that goodwill bank account of yours by giving value, right, to your marketplace. See, when you do that, right, and you do that in a way that is simple for people to understand, okay, you send out a, you know, whether it's a video, okay, whether it's a PDF, whether you do a teleconference or a, you know, a webinar or a Google Hangout, whatever, right, and you explain a concept, you want to do this. You want to put it in a framework, okay? You want to put a framework around a concept that is simple for people to understand. Make sense? See, when you do that, you will create positive expectancy in your marketing, and it just makes sense to people. And when it makes sense to people, even though they haven't tried it, even though, you know, they never ever did it before, there is something in their head that says, you know what, I can see how I can do that. If you can get your prospect to say, you know what, I can see how I can do that, you've got it, okay? So think about this idea. Again, this is another $1 million idea for your business. Any type of marketing you do, any type of promotion you do, any type of follow-up you do, okay, a video, whenever you're explaining a concept, put it in a framework and ask yourself, how can I create a positive expectancy within my list? You know, the other day I was just talking to somebody who was talking to me about, asking me questions about, hey, you know, how do I know if there is a market? You know, how do I find, I have this idea for a product I want to do, but I don't know if there is a market for it, right? And he was, you know, he was a fairly new to marketing. I mean, he was an offline business owner, and he was fairly new to this whole online marketing thing. And I was talking to him. I have another course called High Traffic Academy, and so he was looking at about, you know, seeing how we would work for his business, right? And so what I did is I said, you know, let's jump online right here. Let me show you something, okay? So what we did, let me take you online here and I show you something very, very simple. I showed him, okay? I took him over to, as you can see here, Google Keyword Planner. Okay, Google Keyword Planner. You can just Google it. It's available. It's a free tool. I'm sure you probably heard of it. You know, I told you about that. I showed that to you before in other videos. All right, but Google Keyword Planner is essentially you know, where we can go to find out how many people are searching for a particular keyword out there on Google. Okay, so I just took him here and I said, you know, let's check it out. Okay, so his product was, I think he was selling men's clothes. So men's jeans. Okay. Like, how many people are actually searching for like something like men's jeans on the internet? Okay, if is there a because he has one of these stores where he sells high-end kind of clothing. Okay, and so I said, look, there is, we can actually search by average monthly. Okay, for the words jeans, okay, high-waisted jeans, all right, boyfriend jeans, men's fashion, Wrangler, all these different types of jeans, right? If you want to compete against these people, here's how many people are searching for those particular keywords, okay? And so all of a sudden he goes, wow, that makes sense. You see? So when he is marketing men's fashion, right, or men's clothing, higher end clothing, right, he wants to know what his competitors are. He wants to know how many people, if there is anybody searching for, you know, stuff like that on the internet, right? Now he knows that, you know what, I can go to Google Keyword Planner and I can just type in any keyword I want, right? That's relevant to whatever I'm doing, and I can see, you know, if what the market is and what people are searching for, and it actually gives me other relevant, you know, blue jeans and other relevant keywords that will give me an idea what is the most searched keyword in that category is. Okay, so that created a sense of positive expectancy with the guy. Does that make sense? Okay, again, I want to keep it very simple for you, my friend. I don't want to take too much time because this topic should not be complicated. All right, it's a very simple concept. Anytime you do marketing, you know, anytime that you deliver your value, which I'm going to talk about, you know, how do you do that? One other thing that's very, very important as you engineer positive expectancy in your business. Okay, it's very important for you to position yourself as a marketer, as somebody who is a figure of authority. Okay, figure of authority. Very, very important. There is a lot of marketers. There is a lot of competitors. There is very, very few authority figures in your niche. You want to be that person. Okay, how do you become that? I'll show you that in the next video. All right, see you there.